What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. It's another year, and yes, another Oberon. It's 2025 Oberon. It's like a yearly tradition. I say I'm not going to review it, but yet again, for like the 6th, 7th time, I don't know how many times it's been, we're reviewing Oberon once again. So 2025, the can looks the same. That's good. Bell's is obviously a much larger corporation at this present time than they once were. They distribute very, very far and wide. And of course, some people get Oberon year round, which I was very disappointed to know some years back. So anywhere it's nice and sunny, like, I don't know, Florida, Arizona, I've heard that they have Oberon very frequently. So I'm sad because I'm in Michigan. You're Bell's, you're here in my state. Why can't I get Oberon all the time? But I get it. Seasonal demand. It comes back. It's Oberon 2025, guys. So we have now, again, I think for the second year in a row, they do a Best Buy date. So that's on the bottom. And we can't read it because it's too freaking small and smashed in. I literally can't read the ink. So we're just going to have to hope it was like a 6-month shelf life. I imagine this came out, I don't know, they canned this probably at least a month ago, if I had to guess. So it's not probably super, super fresh, but a month or two old at this point in time. But what matters is, did this American wheat ale, this famous, infamous American wheat ale, has it changed? Or, again, is it kind of more or less the same? Yes, they have the recipe in the archives. They know how to make this. They're not going to mess up Oberon. But I will say, guys, there's been so many inconsistencies with Oberon for the last decade or so, even 5 years or so. You see kind of, sometimes it's more hazy, sometimes it's more citrusy, sometimes it's more clovey. I don't know, but we're going to get it into the glass. It's 2025 and get this reviewed for you, because if you've clicked on this video, you're probably wanting to know what is the Oberon like this year. So I'm going to pour it up. And a side note, they have released a new product, which is Oberon Light. I have reviewed that product, so you can click on my video. Just look up Poor Michigan Reviews and Oberon Light. You will find my review for you. So first impression, guys. Clearly, like my old memory banks, it still hits me. Like, I feel like it used to be a lot hazier, but in recent memory, this looks about the same. Really, really super carbonated. I got the 4-pack, 16-ounce cans. So there's obviously bottles and there's regular 12-ounce cans and such, but I went with this pint like I did last year because I have a couple a year. This is my first one of the year, guys. March 29th, I'm recording. Not big head retention, just a small little burst of head on the top. And we have, of course, intense carbonation with a little bit of serious haze, if you ask me. I wouldn't say serious haze, maybe just moderate haze. You can still kind of see some shadows through it, but you guys can see it. That's basically how she looks. She looks great in the glass. Let's get a nose. It smells very orangey. I mean, very natural. Orange peel, orange pith, a little bit of juicy flesh of the fruit as well. I mean, clementines, oranges for days. A little bit of lemon oil. Subtle maltiness, not very. I'd say this is clean and crisp. I think I had said that last year. I did look over my last review to see if there's any subtle differences that I'm noticing right off the rip here from last year. And it's kind of more or less in my memory here of what I got last year and compared to the video I just watched. It seems just clean and crisper and a little bit more orangey on the nose. It could be that it's fresh and new. I haven't had it in a year, but it smells really nice. Again, not too heavy, not too, there's not like this big thing of spices or clove, you know, or whatever that we get in some real authentic Hefeweizens. This is not, it's American wheat ale. So you're not going to get as much of that going on. That's just not what it was meant to be on the American palate. But let's get into this, guys. 2025 Oberon from Bell's. Cheers to you all. It is, once again, Oberon season. It's freaking nasty out in northern Michigan, but cheers to that. First one of the year. Real dry on the back end. Spill a little bit. She's coming with some, like, decent bittering on the back end. There is, again, this nice little burst of dryness. It's like just serious orange pith and peel. Again, the flesh of the fruit, a little bit of the juicy quality, a little bit of the sweetness, a little bit of the subtle maltiness through the front, and then that little middle there. But then you drop off, and there's some pretty solid bittering and dryness on the back end. I don't know. Is it a little bit drier this year? It's so hard to speculate because it can be based on your palate, based on where you have been, your journey through craft beer, your senses change, your palate changes. But just off first impressions, I'm just telling you, off first impressions, it seems subtly drier and more like orange pithy on the back end. But is everything else magically the same? Pretty much. Pretty much. They large scale manufacture. Again, this recipe is down. They get it, guys. You can't mess up Oberon. But I will say, this comes across to me, just in my opinion, maybe not worth anything, just a little drier. I don't want to call it harsh, but just a little drier on the back end. And you tell me, is that a bad thing? I don't think it is, but I thought the Oberon Light at 99 calories, they actually brewed it with orange juice. That came across a little bit juicier, if you will, for 99 calories. This is the heavier version, the big brother, if you will. And this is certainly a little bit drier on the back end. Is this a summer crusher? Absolutely. So is there really a difference, guys? I'd say over the last 4 years especially, I don't think so, but in my humble opinion, the only difference that there may be, if I had to pick one, is that it's subtly drier on the back end with a little bit more lemon oils, but really it's just an orange bomb. It's still the the orange peel and the orange pithiness, the drier aspects of that fruit really resonate on the back end that lead into that bitterness and couple with that bitterness. So this is still a good old Oberon. If there is any difference, I told you what I thought, guys. That's how it goes. Is this still a solid beer? Of course, when it's 80 degrees and sunny, you can't go wrong with a freaking Oberon. It's nostalgia. It's infamously something in the back of my mind that will always tickle a little chord, from my memory banks. It's Oberon. It's Oberon season. You gotta have one. So here we are having it. I gave you the subtle differences. I don't think there really is something drastically different. But again, if I was to point it out for you guys, in my opinion, a little drier on the back end. Less malty through the middle. Subtly drier on the back end. Still a good old Oberon, guys. That's what it is. I'm going to give this a 3.73 out of 5. Never been like my super favorite beer, just not my style per se, but I'm down to drink a few times a year because I support Michigan craft. So it is what it is, guys. Thank you for being here. It's been another Oberon review. I don't know, is it the 7th, the 10th? I couldn't tell you, but 2025 Oberon in the books. Get it while you can. Over and out. Till next time. Cheers, Prost, and Yamas.